the Futurist Mindset Show featuring Adapt Sports. Hello, everyone. My name is Tessa. I'm here to introduce you to your host, Reagan Rodriguez. And Reagan is a futurist who teaches stratosphere wealthy legacy families how to become impact investors. Hey, Reagan, how are you?
I am doing better than I deserve. And yourself, Tessa?
Same, definitely better than I deserve as well.
Yeah, awesome.
I'm excited. We have a guest today. I'll let you introduce Doug.
Yeah, well, no, I've known Doug for almost about 2 years, and we got along really well when a friend of a friend kind of connected us and referred me to him. From there, I then introduced him to a kind of spiritual mentor of mine, and he has uh, helped Doug out tremendously. Uh, Let me tell you a little bit about this awesome project and why I'm passionate about it. Adapt Sports has created this state-of-the-art sports management platform, and it's for athletes, it's for guardians, it's for coaches, and it's for organizations that support physical, mental, and emotional development. And they do that by creating real-time, I'm going to call it performance feedback tools. And then those resources, from the way Doug explained it to me, will empower those athletes of all ages to achieve their maximum potential. Doug, I remember you had shared with me also, I wouldn't say not long ago, but you even mentioned before we got on about this organization called Be Nice. So maybe you
Mhm.
want to talk a little bit about that. Why don't I turn it over to Tessa, and maybe she'll ask you some questions. I just wanted you to also talk about the Be Nice organization as well.
Okay,
For sure.
absolutely.
Yeah, well, Doug, what's the problem that you're solving for people? I know Regan went kind of like skimmed over it. How do you solve it,
Yes.
and why should you people trust you that you're the one to solve that problem?
Um, that's a great question. I guess the best way to start out is, I've had over 40 plus years of experience in the youth sports industry, both as an athlete myself, as a coach, as a parent, a volunteer, an administrator, a board member. I've pretty much been involved in every single aspect of youth sports over the last 40 years. And I've had this opportunity to really learn where all the gaps exist in youth sports. And when I say the gaps, there's always been a focus on developing the physical skills, the physical aspects of a sport, right? You're always looking at making players to help them with their development and performance on the skill side. But one thing I think that I've learned that's often overlooked is the mental and emotional development that goes into that as well. Now, a lot of coaches will say, well, we focus on the mental aspect of the game, and that's teaching how to play the game. But what I'm really looking at is the mental and emotional skills that go into just being a human being,
Hmm.
and how all of that ties in to what they're trying to accomplish as athletes. So in this journey that I've been on over the last 40 years, where I've had this unique opportunity to be in all these different phases of the life of a youth athlete, with from myself to my own children growing up and playing youth sports. What I found was that there's a lack of tools and resources that really focus on tracking, recording, and monitoring not just the physical aspects of sport, but more importantly, those mental and emotional aspects. And so, what I had started this journey about 14 years ago, when I started writing down ideas that have since grown into what Adapt Sports is today. So I've been cultivating this idea and this project for many years,
Nice.
um, and uh, and so really, what has come to the forefront most recently, since I met Regan a couple years ago, is that all of the pieces and parts started to fall in place with looking at how do we fill those gaps that are missing, especially utilizing the technology that's available today. So, Reagan, you mentioned the partnership with Be Nice, and the Be Nice organization is part of the West Michigan Health Foundation. And they started out as an anti-bullying campaign years ago in the classrooms, but they have evolved into having a 4-step action plan that is been tried, tested, and proven to have a positive impact on the mental and emotional well-being of young athletes and students. And as we know, young athletes are probably one of our most precious commodities in society, right? Sports, have long been thought to teach, very important life skills, right? They teach kids teamwork and sportsmanship and all those types of things. But we've also realized that technology has advanced so quickly that there has become a lot of challenges and issues that have arisen in youth sports. So what I have started to see and what I have started to piece together is, how do we leverage technology, especially the emerging technology of AI, of the artificial intelligence that's out there? How do we do a better job of creating tools and resources that will be able to, on a regular basis, record and track and monitor the mental and emotional well-being of an athlete? And then building in my partnership with Be Nice, what they have with their action plan. The NICE is an acronym for Notice, Invite, Challenge, and Empower. So they're teaching people how to implement this program very effectively through coaches and parents, and even players can use it with their teammates to notice, to invite, to challenge, and empower. And what we've looked at with them is being able to take that and leverage technology and the AI technology that exists out there to even further implement and empower our young athletes to reach their maximum potential on all levels, on that physical level, on that mental and emotional well-being level. I recently read a report from the British Business Journal of Sports Medicine, and they had conducted a report that said that next to accidents, suicide is the #2 leading cause of NCAA athletes in America. And we know this is a trend that is happening all the way down to youth athletes, that we are seeing alarming increases in the number of suicides that exist in youth athletes. And so for me, as I started thinking about that, I started wondering what leads an individual to reach that point, right? Is it the pressures? I mean, I've been around, again, as a coach, as a parent, as an administrator and a board member. I've seen the pressure that parents put on youth athletes. I see the pressure that's put on collegiate athletes. And so my goal is to help develop Adapt Sports to provide these tools and resources, leveraging technology, that help them be able to manage that burden that's being put on them. And for us to be able to recognize as coaches, as parents, as administrators, as leaders in the sports market, when children are dealing with those mental and emotional challenges, right? Because there's no reason, from what I have started to put together in Adapt Sports, there's no reason that technology can't be leveraged to help fill in those gaps and to help us do a better job of protecting, like I said, that most valuable resource, those youth athletes, because they're our future, right? They're our future leaders. The statistics tell you that less than 3% of youth athletes will ever go on to play professional sports as a career, as a paid professional career. So what happens to those other 97% of kids that play sports. And right now, there are over 60 million youth athletes in the United States alone. 60 million kids playing youth sports. So only 3% of those will ever go on to achieve a career in playing sports. So those other 97%, they're a vital part of our society. You know, there are first responders, there are doctors, there are lawyers, you know, they're all the important key elements of society. And so what we need to do is continue to focus on how with the emerging technology that exists today and with where it's going, how do we continue to protect young athletes and their mental and emotional well-being? So
it's exciting.
Yeah, thank you for adding that as well. Tessa, is there anything you wanted to mention before I kind of conclude for us here?
No, you covered
Okay.
all of my questions anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I just want to conclude briefly by mentioning that Adapt Sports is pursuing an investment of 16 million. They've already have some soft commitments that'll kind of get them to that sooner. They're going to launch a game-changing platform that's going to be for young athletes, as Doug mentioned. It's also going to be for the coaches who then lead them, which you did a good job of kind of explaining that, Doug. With that plan, they can achieve 50 million plus in annual revenue within the first 10 years. Now, this ambitious leadership team, they're ready to disrupt what I refer to as this lucrative sports industry. So this is your chance to be a part of the future. Tessa, do you want to maybe share the screen and show how they can get to Doug or me for an investment? Thank you.
Exactly.
Yes, that's what I wanted you to show.
Yes, Fifth Avenue Capital, and you click on the portfolio tab. You scroll down until you see Adapt Sports, and you click on View Offering. It's actually going to open up a page with the pitch deck in there. You can download the PDF, or you can reach out. Actually, I think yours is attached to go ahead and go straight to Invest Now. Does that sound right?
It is, but again, yes.
All right. And then the PDF, I'm just going to show you guys. And then if you have any other things to add, Reagan, you can, obviously, as I'm going down here. It's an amazing opportunity. I know I have to introduce you to some people I know in the sports industry too. That would be a good connection for you, Doug, for sure. But so important in the development of the character, like the people who actually participate and have that dedication in sports, they're better, they succeed more in business. So it's an important part in the growth of our future.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's great.
Thank you for adding that.
Absolutely.
So that is their overview of the business. And I'm just excited for you, Doug, especially with a lot of the new initiatives that you've got going on. And that is it. Thank you, Tessa, for adding this in also into your schedule. You've got quite a bit going on right now. Doug, you may not know this. Tessa's actually going on she goes on an annual mission trip to South Africa, and she's heading next week. And you're heading to
Zambia.
Zambia. Thank you for the reminder. Yeah. So she is excited, yet, got a lot of stuff going on. Yeah.
But I love hearing about the projects that Reagan works with, and you have so many, it's all different industries, but there's definitely a human side. You're making a difference in the world with the ones that you work with. So thank you, Reagan, for all you do. And again, you guys can go to Fifth Avenue Capital, 5THAAVC.com. And you can reach out to Reagan, just have a conversation with him. There's a consultation form on there. We go live on Fridays at noon Eastern time. So if you want to get a notification when we go live, just hit the reminder bell, and then you'll get notifications when we're live. So thank you, thank you, Reagan, of course, for doing the show and introducing us to awesome people, and Doug for showing us what you've got going on. I hope that you get all the funding you needed, because this is very much needed.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you all. We'll see you all next week. Have a great week. Bye.
You